Hello, everybody, and welcome to your regularly scheduled YouTube video. And before we start this, I would like to make a grand announcement. The Maximal series is going to be paused next weekend because SS-109 Megatron is going to arrive on Friday. And I'm very happy about that. So I'll try to remember to film an unboxing for him, but I might be too excited and just tear him out of the box without recording it. But that's finally going to get here, so that's going to be really good. So you can expect a review on that next week instead of Rhinox. So, speaking of Maximal reviews, today I'm going to be reviewing Cheetor. And Cheetor is the only one I do not have the box for. I did not keep his box. Let's see if adjusting the camera will do anything. Which button is it? That one. Nope, probably best to keep it like this. Sorry for any background noise. It is really windy outside right now. But the second out of 4 Maximals I'm going to be reviewing, and Cheetor was actually the first Studio Series Maximal I got, and I really like him. Taking a closer look at some of the details, head sculpt looks amazing and comes off a little green on camera. That's weird. Um, Instead, I'm going to pick up the phone and bring him in for a closer look. The head sculpt looks beautiful. I really, really like that head. A lot of nice mechanical details in the shoulders, shocks in the forearms, a beautiful combination of organic and mechanical detail. And turning him around to the back side, not only is he super hollow and kibbleless, super non-hollow and kibbleless other than tail, but he also has really big heels because those are the front of the beast mode feet. So detail done with. Let's move on to Cheetor's articulation because he was definitely the most agile of the Maximals. Oh god, tired. And this figure reflects that. The head is on a very expressive ball joint. Can look up, down, tilt, rotate, all that fun stuff. Shoulders rotate all the way around. They hinge out. If you bring the shoulder pad up, they can hinge out a little more. And transformation joint allows it to go up. There's then a bicep cut. 90 degrees bend at the elbow, wrist swivel. These pieces move as like knuckle dusters. Bring up the butt flap, and waist can rotate a full 360 degrees. Legs kick forward 90, back to about 90, then hinge out. There is a thigh joint, a 90-degree bend at the knee, an ankle tilt in both directions, and finally, a toe bend for transformation, which doesn't do much, but Cheetor's posability is most definitely nothing to scoff at. It is really good, especially with the design. You can get him into a lot of great poses. But we all know one thing, posability would be nothing without accessories. So let's go over those. And Cheetor here only comes with 2. He actually does come with 2. He's got these spears, which are film accurate. These did appear in the film, and as you can see, there is a uniquely shaped port there that this uniquely shaped peg will slide into in a very specific manner to allow these pieces to fuse. Unfortunately, I think I've put it on wrong one too many times, so the connection is unstable on mine. But when you actually insert the double-edged spear into Cheetor's hand, his hand, his grip, is able to keep it relatively stable. And I think that looks really nice. But this is not how I display Cheetor. While this looks really cool, how I display him is long spear in the right hand and short spear in the left hand. So he's dual wielding them, which I think looks kind of better than him just holding around a big clunky spear. So now, I'm not going to forget this time, we're going to go over size comparisons. So the first one we're going to do is, never mind, we need to do weapon storage. I need to write a script for these. So these come off the hands, and as you can see, there's a big old tab there. I'll peg into a big old slot on the back. So just slide those in, and it looks pretty good. It doesn't affect the look of Cheetor that much, but what it does affect is good. Now we're going to do size comparisons, and the first one we're going to do is Airazor. Now, Airazor never transformed in the movie. She never maximized into her robot mode, but I think if she were to transform, that this scale would probably be about right. Next up, we're going to do his brother-in-arms, Rhinox. Now, between these two figures, Rhinox is most definitely the better one. He's way thicker, he's way heavier, he feels way bulkier for the Voyager class price. Transformation is really good, Rhino mode, robot mode, all of it. I'll cover that more in the Rhinox video. But if you're stuck between these two and can only get one, I would say get Rhinox. Now we're going to do the leader of the Maximals, Optimus Primal. Now, Optimus Primal is most definitely a great figure. I was able to get him before he got what appears to be a recent package refresh, where they had the hollowed out box, with like the window in it. I was able to get it on Christmas for in the regular box. So, but Primal does appear to be available now more than he was when he initially released, and I would say that if you get the opportunity to do so, I'd say get Primal. He's a really good figure, but this review, this isn't a Primal review, this isn't Rhinox review, and I already did an Eraser review. This is a Cheetor review, so we're going to move on to Cheetor's transformation. Now, if Cheetor does one thing right, it's transforming. This transformation, I think, is really fun. So, we're going to start off where the instructions tell you to start off with the legs. So, we're going to bring these in for a closer look. We're going to flip him around, rotate the thighs until these pieces kind of line up. And then take the shin pad and pop it away from the main assembly. There is a tab in there, if you can see it, that will peg into that slot, so just shift that up and peg it in. Do the same thing on the other side. Next thing you're going to do is collapse the knee and bring this piece forward, flatten that out, and bend the toe. Do the exact same thing on the other side, and there you have short Cheetor. He's a little man now. And then we're going to bring the legs down just for convenience sake. And this tiny little port right here will peg into the flight stand port. And then straighten out the tail. Now we get to work on torso. And I'm going to fold up the tail just for convenience. So you pop this piece, which reveals the cheetah head. Bring this piece up, straighten it out. It's beast mode its robot mode configuration is this. You got to get it into beast mode configuration. Fold out the neck piece, recollapse that, bring the head in. It'll click twice until stopping, then collapse that. Next, what you're going to want to do is bring these pieces down. These big slots will go into these big tabs, so just slide that into place. Give it a good squeeze. Bring this line neck piece down. Rotate these panels around. Rotate the bicep. Make sure the wrist is facing straight. Bring out the claw. Do the same thing on the other side. And finally, you can bring out the tail and probably lower the camera a little bit. And there you have Cheetor in his beast mode, which I think out of the two modes looks pretty okay. The only new detail revealed is the head and neck, which I think do look really good. I like the green eyes of the beast mode, The neck, once again, mechanical detail, but all the detail in here is detail we've seen before, just in a different place. So let's go over cheetah mode articulation. Jaw will open, he can scream, he can yell. The head is on a ball joint, but will only really rotate and move up and down. Arms, pretty much same articulation, go that, all of that fun stuff. But if you unpeg the shoulders, can get way more forward. So if you want to break the transformation a little bit, you can do that. So, and then these do that, do all this fun stuff, except there is a knee here and a knee here. Not sure how to describe that. And then, of course, ankle tilts, all that stuff. So, weapon storage in this mode is literally just using the robot mode ports to slide the spears in place. And that doesn't look all that bad. If anything, for me, it looks kind of like a missile rack. Like he can fire something out of this. Now let's do beast mode comparisons, and I'm going to need to transform my maximals. This is going to be a pain. So the first beast mode comparison we're going to do is Air Razor. Now, Air Razor, once again, well, this mode never showed up in the movie, but Air Razor did show up in her beast mode in the movie, and I think that even though Air Razor's beast mode is inaccurate, this scale between the two works really, really well. Now we have Rhinox. Now, once again, between these two, Rhinox is definitely the better figure, and he appears to be a kind of shelf warmer. So if you want him, there's no shortage of him, so you will be able to get your hands on him. And if you're trapped between these two and can only get one, once again, I'd say get Rhinox. And finally, we have Primal. So I think scale between Cheetor and Primal, I'm not sure how these animals scale in real life, but I think movie scale wise, these two work pretty well together. And Primal is a really good figure. Yeah, bats. So some final thoughts on the Rise of the Beasts Cheetor. I think he's a pretty good figure for the first wave of Rise of the Beasts Maximals. I think he and Airazor did a pretty good job. And I think that if you can track him down, that it'd be good to get him to complete a maximal set, of course. Because unfortunately, he'll probably be more difficult to track down than all the other ones. Because Airazor, everywhere at Walmarts, Rhinox, everywhere at Targets. Primals are starting to show up in Targets now. So this guy might be a bit hard to track down, but I would say it'd be worth the hunt. I think it's a pretty good figure, and I will see you all next weekend with Megatron. Bye.